Hello, everyone. I'm Thom Robertson, and every day throughout this coronavirus disruption, I'm going to dip into my huge bag of beef jerky variety packs and eat a new flavor. And I'll tell you how it tastes. Why? Because it's stupid and silly and funny. At least that's the plan. Hey, guess what? It's April 9th, and that means birthday special! Because it's my birthday, April 9th. I am happy to be with you today. Um, and it is a birthday special. We'll do some special things. First, I want to talk about the fact that I am doing a birthday. Yeah, I'm doing my model airplanes, printing my 3D things, doing my video game development. I am being as Tom as I can possibly be. And that's what's going on with me. Hey, what's going on with jerky? I'll tell you. At the top of the show, I told you I have a huge bag of beef jerky. Well, guess what? This is the 13th episode of this jerky vlog. One would imagine that we've worked through our giant bag, and we generally have. So let me show you. We have exactly 2 bags of jerky.com jerky left to try. Out of that big bag, we've made our way through it, and now we're down to teriyaki and sweet and spicy. So I think that it's a tough call because on my birthday I want something tasty. On the other hand, if you've been watching this video series, you've been seeing that Jerky.com has not been impressing us. Having said that, um, I could go with sweet and spicy. I could go with teriyaki. You know what? Today, because I definitely want to end Jerky.com with a bang as much as possible, I'm going to go with the safe bet. I'm going to go with the plain old teriyaki. Probably just not going to be impressive or amazing, but it's my birthday and I like teriyaki, so that pushes it over the line, okay? That's what we're going to do. Now, there's a larger issue here, which of course is what happens after my 14th episode when I have no more jerky? Well, that's an issue. Um, and it boils down to you and to me, because it's about whether I continue doing this vlog. Now, at the top of the vlog, I did say, and I have said for 13 episodes, that every day throughout this coronavirus disruption. Well, are we finished disrupting or being disrupted? No, we are not. I am still sitting at home in quarantine, just as the rest of the nation is, more or less, and that seems to want to go on for quite a while longer. So yeah. Feel free to post comments and say whether, Tom, I would like this to continue, but I need you to change it in this way or that way. Or, Tom, I haven't even watched these and they're dumb, stop doing them, or whatever. I would love to hear your opinion about the fundamentals of this vlog. I'm doing this fundamentals of this vlog. I'm doing this vlog and have been doing this vlog simply to connect and simply to add my voice and to be silly and maybe cheer somebody up. And that's all. Um, and I'll keep doing it if I'm achieving my goals, then let's go. Let's keep doing it. But I think that there's ways to think about that and to really honestly say, is this what we want? Um, so, long story short, I know that my wife loves these videos, so that's a big thumbs up right there. Um, so we'll talk about it. Give me your feedback. Give me your feedback on where you think we should go from here and where I should go and what I should be doing with this vlog, because we've only got this pack of jerky and then one other pack of jerky and then I'm out of jerky. So, though I have some of my own ideas about that, and in previous episodes, people like Adam Para have suggested that they could send me bird jerky. Well, yeah, okay, that's not a bad idea. I would certainly do episodes of jerky if people sent me jerky. So, anyways, enough yapping. I've got teriyaki jerky to eat. Let's find a little piece of teriyaki jerky. Ha! Hmm. Hey. Okay, well, that was entirely as expected. It was not a surprise. It wasn't unpleasant. I do like teriyaki jerky, and that was pretty good. Okay teriyaki jerky. I am happy to eat it. Um, I wasn't expecting anything more or less than what I got, but I wouldn't say that I was disappointed in any way. So that sounds good. Okay, so crack open the old mailbag here, and the old mailbag only has one thing from Adam Para in it, and that's an interesting question or two. He says, "Thanks, Tom, for that. I was looking forward to honey teriyaki myself." He's talking about the previous episode when we did honey teriyaki, and I was underwhelmed. He asked, "Did you ever meet Brian Fargo? He made the OG Fallout games that I love. He later made a sequel to Wastelands." Well, yes, he did, Adam. Yes, he did, and I have some things to say about that. No, I never personally met the man. Kind of glad of that. Every time I talk to people about that guy, and I guess I worked in a company that he was higher up in. When I was at Interplay, he was there. He was a big shot, and I was just a programmer. Um, and everyone told me I didn't want to meet him because, kind of like Steve Jobs, everybody who actually meets him says, "Geez, what an asshole." Pardon me. Uh, so I never met him, but uh, I felt full of myself enough by the time I had gotten along my career in and gotten to work at Interplay that when I saw things that I thought were stupid or needed to be discussed, I said things. Um, Three things that come to mind was there was a company-wide kind of meeting performance where a speaker from Microsoft who was very much a what do you call them? They're rah rah speakers. They come out to give you productivity speeches. So we had that, and we had this big meeting, and I asked a couple of what I thought were pertinent questions about what the heck was this guy talking about. Um, Not sure if that went over well with the rest of the company, but nobody yelled at me personally. Also, I saw what was the kind of the cornerstone of what I saw was the problem with Interplay while I was there was that they were a company that was really, really good at taking 2-year projects and turning them into 4-year projects through incompetence. So I didn't say so in so many words. I sent out an email on the kind of the company listserv kind of thing, saying I wonder if we shouldn't break the teams up into teams that work normally and then teams that are more focused on the schedule and can really crank out something fast and actually meet the deadlines. Uh, and a few people on that listserv were very upset with me that I had actually kind of intimated that not everybody can meet their deadlines, which was frankly the entire freaking company. And then finally, my coworkers and I were poking around in our game magazines at the time because hey, 1990, late 1990 games magazines, and we found an ad for an Interplay game uh, that was I just terribly disturbing. Um, it just showed a picture of a hand wrapped around a video game joystick, but the hand uh, there were crude, ugly, bloody stitches stitching the hand to the joystick so that it could not let go of the joystick. I mean, obviously it was art. Nobody had actually hurt themselves for the picture, but it was very photorealistic and it was very gross and very kind of body horror. And I and a few other people in the company were on the listserv again going, what a gross advertisement. That doesn't make me want to buy the product at all. That's kind of crazy. And on top of that, here's this gigantic picture of the bloody hand holding the controller, and on the bottom of the full page advertisement were little tiny screen pictures of what the actual product was, and that seemed foolish to me. And Brian Fargo on that listserv replied to the discussion and said, everybody needs to shut up and get back to work. So these are three things which could lead to what I'm going to talk about, which is that midway through while I was working at Interplay, my boss's boss, basically the division head guy, called me into his office and said, "Hey Tom, I got an email from Brian Fargo about you." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, yeah. It seems like there's some people in the company that just really weren't happy with the things that you've said or talked about." And I said, "Well, I haven't been, you know, I suppose that could happen, but I haven't been trying to get anybody's goat. I've just been trying to do my job and speak up and be the best I could be, and for whatever. But I think it's very possible that from a different point of view, here comes this new guy rolling in with a big fat mouth. So maybe that's what was going on." Anyway, this boss of boss told me, I said, what can I do? Who can I apologize to? And he said, "Don't do anything. Just keep your head down." All right, the fuck. Who cares? But when it came time for me to leave, I tried to handle it gently, and that same boss guy was actually at the time very eager to usher me out the door. I think it's very clear to me that he recognized that I recognized that my job was mostly done anyway, and I had a big fat paycheck, at least relative. And so if he could get me off the payroll, that would look good for him. But at least that's my best guess. He just basically told me, "Tom, go chase your dreams. Go chase your dreams. Go off and leave this company and chase your dreams." Is what he told me, which was a very odd thing for a boss to say to somebody who's saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about leaving the company." So I, at the very last day I was there, I went into his to see him in his room, and I said, "That email that Brian Fargo sent you? I would like to read it." And he tried to dissuade me. I said, "No, I would like to read it." And he said, "No, I'm not going to show it to you." And that was that. So even though I don't think Brian Fargo has spent any brain cells thinking about me personally in 20 years, I also don't know that there's any love lost. I recognize that he was right there at the right time working hard and making cutting edge original games like the OG Fallout series and the Wasteland series. Um, None of which I ever really got into very much. I was not terribly impressed by them, but I mean, give the guy credit as credit is due. One last story I want to talk about Brian Fargo, and that is that he very famously, at least famously within the Interplay company, he famously owned and drove a Dodge Viper. Back when it was so cool to have a Dodge Viper. Ooh, Dodge Viper. And I talked to some other people in the video game industry about it, and they were quite dismissive. They said, yeah, at E3 and places like that, everybody jokingly calls him Viper Boy because he always goes to the video game E3 parties and things and hits on the pretty girls and says, "Hey, baby, I've got a Dodge Viper." So, Viper Boy. That's all I ever heard. Um, so, anyways, that's my stories about Brian Fargo. Um, so it's my birthday special, and so let's recap the teriyaki. It was teriyaki. What can I say about it? Recap. Yeah, a little time has not changed my mind about it. However, since it is my birthday special, I'm going to go crazy. And I'm going to let you in on a little kind of secret that you can work with me on, okay? I not only purchased a variety pack of jerky, a while back, I also purchased a variety pack of Japanese candy. Crazy Japanese candy. I have no idea what's in here. It's all in Japanese. There's very little that I can read. It says best before 3 August 2000. But other than that, I don't know. But because it's my birthday, I'm going to crack open this bag and eat one of these things. All right? And if you feel that it's appropriate, then maybe this little beef jerky vlog could kind of expand his horizons a little bit. Why don't you, if you feel the need, then comment on whether it would be appropriate for me to to go ahead and start doing reviews not of jerky but of Japanese candy, which is just as weird and stupid. So, in the meantime, I've got this little bag of chips. It says Texas corn on the back in English lettering, so there's that. And on the back, there's also a picture of a little puffed thing. So this is probably not going to be too outrageous. Got my soda just in case it turns out to be jalapeno death flavor. I don't know. Let's try this crazy Texas corn. Oh yeah, it's a little corn chip kind of thing. Ooh, okay, it is a little spicy. Let's try again. Ooh, it's definitely got some spices that I did not expect. But it's also a puffed corn kind of blob, which is very easy, melts in your mouth. Definitely spicy, definitely adventurous. This is already more adventurous than most of the jerky I've been eating lately. But it's fun to share this with you. Oh, I think there's a squid aftertaste a little bit. Oh, all right. Okay. And with that, I think that's plenty of time doing my birthday special. I hope you had a fun time. I sure did. We'll do one next, tomorrow. Thank you.